Right, we're joined today by Lee Townend, Director of Football for these ladies. I'm going to start straight off. I know personally you've been really busy this close season, and it's starting to show up today. How much can you tell us of what you've been up to?
If I went through it all, have you got a spare 4 hours?
I've got about 2 hour battery, so I'm short.
This season, I'll get a brief breakdown. We have been organising the 5 teams which we've got now. 2 juniors, under 15, under 16s, and then we've got a squad of around 52 seniors over 3 teams. Yeah, and that's including obviously the ones that were scouted, the ones that have come to trials, the ones that were retained from last year and such like. I can't go into too many details until after today, obviously, but there is some very, very good prospects from the juniors and the seniors.
You just mentioned trials then, we had trials the other week. Our reports is quite an overwhelming turnout. How positive was that?
It were very good. Obviously, I would have been director of football. I had to go to both trials. I had to go and stick my nose in, as they always do. From a junior point of view, I think we had over 50 in total for trials.
Impressive for a junior team.
Well, I think it goes on the basis of what the 16s did last year. People have seen that a load of them have been thrown together, coached, managed, and won a double in 9 months. And I think that's the big thing for them.
Is that draw a mixture of, it's kind of partly the badge and what it stands for, and partly how much the development coach is doing with the girls themselves? It's more about the players rather than the results.
Oh, well, like I say, I've said to all the trialists, whether they be seniors, well, seniors obviously first team, it's a different kettle of fish. But from a junior point of view, it's a matter of, we're here to develop players. We're not here to win everything. You know what I mean? We're not interested. Winning is a byproduct of being a happy player.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You have a happy player, happy team that work well, that win things. It's just a byproduct. There's nothing you can do about that. But we're here to individually develop them players, take them up to the WPL standard or above WSL standard. As we've had a couple of players move on to WSL, which we feel that we've done his job.
Yeah,
They've got there, that's what we wanted for them. If they go higher than us, not an issue.
I don't know if we're allowed to mention players by name moved on.
Not at minute, no, not
when
yet.
a player moved to WSL,
yeah.
And what about the club, it's not a case of we're gutted she's gone, it's a case of we've done our job. We did have to getting you there.
We've done what we needed to do. That is our main aim for the senior side of football is to get WSL status. We've always had that. We need to get back into top flight football at that level. As from the development point of view, it does work both ways. Without saying too much, we've got ones going up and we've got ones coming down.
Yeah, it's kind of give and take.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's to be honest, what I can say is that we've had a massive run on keepers this year.
Yeah, it's
massive. We were struggling to get one keeper for first team.
I remember last year we were playing with Lauren Coleman in net with a broken hand at one point.
Yeah.
And now we've been
fully profiled today.
We've got more keepers than we have teams.
Yeah, across board I think we've got 8 keepers.
We're not worried for injuries next year.
No. There won't be any injuries.
Well, talking new players, we've already been announced that you brought Fatima in from Italy.
Yes.
And there's a few more that I won't go into.
Yeah.
But it's quite some very exciting signings. How the hell do you manage that?
With a lot of work. A hell of a lot of work. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to Napoli and beat her.
No,
so that was
that
one in budget.
Expenses a scouting trip.
Yeah, I know, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? How much you want? £2,000. But no, yeah, she was quite a surprise with Fatima, to be fair. We did actually contact her and have a chat with her. She was playing for a very lower league team, and she just says, I just don't know why I'm there. I said, well, why?
She approached the club?
They don't know how to kick a football.
Did she approach the club?
She did initially send us a message and just say, have you got any vacancies? Didn't tell us anything about herself. I don't like that. So we just said, listen, well, as trials are on so-and-so day, can you give us a brief? I actually messaged her and said, can you just give me a brief breakdown of your football and career kind of thing? And it came up that she played for Napoli, women's, which my eyes nearly hit back in the air like, Napoli? That's a long way to travel, isn't it? It's a long way to travel to battle at a train, isn't it? Well, it's in Serie C as well, so they're at a reasonable standard. And she was an out-and-out striker. And it's one of them you can never have too many strikers. They're like keepers. You know, when you struggle for one, no, you need more.
Well, I'm about to say you can never score enough goals, but the under-16s proved us last season you can.
Well, I've got a rule for Jess Tate this year.
Stop after 4.
Yeah, she's only allowed 3 per match.
Yeah.
She's only allowed an hat-trick and that's it. Because if Gary Cooper did what he did last season with all the
chocolates and wine
yeah,
for a hat-trick.
I'll give you a chocolates and a surprise if you get an hat-trick. He'd be skint.
They'd be bankrupt. Yeah.
She'd be fat. Because of all chocolate, you know. And she'd probably have diabetes by now. But no, yeah, it's a big change. I'd say Fatima from Napoli, she struggles with her English slightly, but she knows football.
Does she swear in Italian like Monica swears in Latvian?
Yeah, it's amazing how we can all understand.
Yeah, it's amazing how we can understand Latvian swearing.
But yeah, she does. She I think she can speak about 4 languages. I think.
Wow.
So she can swear in all 4.
Yeah, so the referees will fine. Yeah.
So either way, the ref will probably know what she's saying at some point.
If not, she can go through the language till he does.
Yeah.
You touched on earlier that we have 3 senior sides now and stuff. You kind of apart from signing players, you've kind of restructured the club. Do you want to explain that a little bit?
I think when we changed over to the European way of doing things, obviously with me as director of football, overseeing all football and coaching and doing hiring and firing and sorting out the deals and that with players. We obviously jumped down to the head coach status. There's no managers. It's head coach, first team, head coach. Well, it's not actually head coach first team now. It's head coach senior squad.
Yeah.
It's
changed it now, yeah.
So what we've done is instead of having a first, a devs, and then obviously the thirds, we're going to be classed as the reserves. And we just didn't want to badge them. We didn't want to label them and say, right, you are a reserve.
It's the psychological thing.
Yeah, it's a psychological thing. So what we do is we do it on a full squad basis now. Right. Now, anybody in that squad of 50, 52 players could play first team football. It depends on the tenacity, the eagerness to learn,
you could
the training.
You could play in third 11 this week and the first 11 next week.
Yeah. It's a progressional state. That's what we want. We want a progressional club. We've got under 16s now from last year that have turned 16 that are signing up to obviously Chloe Bethel and Robin and Tippy and a few others that are signed up, and they are senior squad. So any of them could play first team football. Yeah. It just depends on how they train. If they're there on time, if they do what they need to do, and they're eagerness to learn. Yeah. If they've got the Leeds DNA and they use the 4-corner model, they'll have it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
We've just asked the chairman this question. I'm not going to tell you why we answered.
I probably know.
Can you guarantee trophies this season?
No.
No?
I won't guarantee anything. It's like I won't guarantee a first team player playing in first team.
Right.
I will not guarantee anything.
The chairman's just sat in that seat 5 minutes ago and said we're going to have trophies to carry this year.
If it happens, it happens, but the way I see it is I don't want to put a dampener on it. I know what the 16s did last year, and I've seen what's coming in with the under 15s and under 16s this year, and we have got a stronger team than last year for the under 16s.
Wow.
It is ridiculous. I'm telling you. We've got in the juniors alone, we've got 4 goalkeepers at the minute that could play eventually WSL level.
Jesus.
They are ridiculous.
And we were struggling for a keeper at first team last year.
I'm not going to pinpoint exactly which ones are better than anybody else. I don't do that kind of. Well, you know me anyway.
Yeah, but let the fans decide that.
They are, let's say, the shot stoppers. They're on par with Bob.
Wow.
At 15 and 16 year old.
Oh, that's exciting.
So you can imagine what the seniors are like.
Yeah.
So you'll have to wait for the seniors because unfortunately there is.
Come on, give us something.
Well, one of them that'll be up here today I'll introduce you to. She was WSL. Won.
Nice.
And played in a match against London Bees and Chelsea that was on the telly the other day.
Ooh.
First team keeper. And she's coming to us with a lot of negotiation through obviously Lewis, myself and coaching staff. She's coming up to do Leeds back at university, like a few of them are, they go to uni and stuff like that. And yeah, she's ridiculous. When she's actually advertised, you'll probably know exactly who she is when she turns up.
Yeah.
Obviously this will be going out after today anyway, so it doesn't really matter. To a certain point. Let's say she saved, I think it was Frank Kirby's penalty to win game for London Bees.
Oh, I know exactly what you're on about now.
Beth Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's signing today for us.
How the hell have you managed that?
It's ways and means. I told I remember we had an interview. I think, but at the end of the.
Did you went down to London for your secret trip?
Yeah, we did.
Your secret London
it wasn't a honeymoon or not like that. No.
I was like we were eloping or.
It was a trip. We did see various players down there from certain WSL clubs and stuff like that. And people seem to think all of a sudden because we've got these players in that we've got hundreds of thousands of pounds to spend on players. Yeah.
No, it's just
we're selling them leads.
It's the development.
Yeah.
It's the development side of the club. It's the passion, the drive of the club.
It is. It's what we want. It's what we want as a club from a development point of view. What we can give them for the football. Where we see ourselves in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. That is what we've sold them. We've sold them the club and the Leeds DNA, and they've basically just gone. Do you know what? Yeah, I like it. We're doing what no other clubs can do. If you know what I mean. Yeah. Obviously, you've got other teams out there that are in our league and such like that. There is a few coming up. A few teams that are coming up that have basically taken on a few of our older players.
Yeah, to replicate. Oh yeah.
Yeah, which fair play to them. Fantastic. Yeah. At least they're still playing football at our level. You know what I mean? That's great. I can't knock them for that. But yeah, when you sell them the DNA leads and what obviously the business plans and everything else that me myself, Muggy, and Gary, Nicola and all that lot have done. There's a lot being done in the background that nobody sees.
It's the foundation itself.
Yeah, well we've set the foundation now for this club. It's set. It's the cement's set, and all we need to do now is just build on it. Once we've built on that, we've got the spine of the senior squad going on with everybody else jumping in and out. It is going to be very special this season. If it isn't, I'm sacking Lewis.
Is that trophy or fired then?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
We've got on camera now.
Or death.
Yeah, Premiership or executed. Well, before we kill anyone else, we'll leave it there. Yeah. But thank you very much, Lee. We'll really look forward to next season.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Cheers.